Literally for their lives. A flashback nearly 20 years when getting to work for journalists Maria and Senad meant dodging a sniper's bullet. Today, there's no need to rush. So it was almost 20 years ago we were running along Sniper Alley right down there with you.
Yeah.
When you think back to it now, does that seem crazy, outlandish?
Definitely crazy. I wouldn't do it again.
No?
No.
What about you,
Well,
Senad?
we didn't think about it, we're doing our work. We're doing our job,
Maria left the paper, is now an author. You have a 13-year-old daughter. But how do you explain all that, doing what you did back then, to her now?
Well, I think she's not ready yet. She's now into Harry Potter and she read all the books and she reads all these Twilight things and she's totally disinterested in what was happening at the time.
At that time, Maria hoped her newspaper's multi-ethnic makeup would be a model for her daughter's generation.
There is a hope for all of us, not to be divided, not to be on different sides, but to be together here, as we are together inside this building.
Is that working, that model?
I'm afraid that nowadays people with mixed backgrounds are getting to be more and more irrelevant.
But are the politics of today enshrining some of those divisions and making it harder to go back to that mixed identity?
Absolutely, absolutely it is.
Senad is now a Slobojenja's senior photographer. You're preparing an exhibition for the anniversary of the war.
Yeah, it was, we have today a special edition in Slobojenja considering this event.
I know you're doing all this because of the 20th anniversary, but do you normally these days, do you talk about the war, do you think about the war much?
Well, actually, we have it, sometimes, not all the time, because now it's different. You have a lot of work to do. There is the daily assignments, and I have a lot of young photographers you could see who are working with me. And sometimes we discuss about that, what was in the past, but not all the time,
To me now, the city has a feel of it's coming back.
It's coming back with this, let's say, luxury looks. But for the ordinary people, who was during the war here, they need like fabrics, they should have a lot of work, a lot of factories that they could have, money for the living and to pay the bills and payments for the children, they have the, school and things like that.
So jobs are the big issue.
Yeah.
Once burned and bashed by shells just yards from the front line, Slobojenja, like much of the rest of the country, is rising from the ashes. For Maria and Senad, it's clear there's still some way to go. Nick Robertson, CNN, Sarajevo, Bosnia-Herzegovina.